Morning all. Morning my loves. 11 o'clock. Now, let's just see if we're up and running. Let's have a little thing on the old pad. Oh, hello. We're up and running. I better turn that down. Right, here we go. Let's do that. 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 We're on. Marvellous. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. Let's do that as well. Make sure that's all down. Good stuff. Now, morning my loves. How are you? I hope you're well. I hope you're staying safe. Morning from the curtains. Every time I look, it makes me go, wow. Now, this morning we're going to do, because it's Wednesday, of course, we're going to do rumba. Because the two naturally go hand in hand. Now, I've been doing this because we haven't done this for a while. I was thinking this morning as I was starching this tie. And so I thought we'd have a little go at that. Now, for anybody who's just joining us, we'll have a little quick recap of some of the things that we've done, and then we're going to add a little bit and maybe show a way of joining a few of the things together. So, oh, and by the way, thank you for all your comments and all your questions and stuff like that. And if there's any more questions, keep them coming in because we'll answer the questions. We had a lovely sort of a Q&A day yesterday, which I really enjoyed. So, here we go. So, the rumba is a slow dance. You know what it's like on Strictly Come Dancing. They always say it's the most difficult of the Latin dances because it's slow, especially for the guys, and they've got to look amazing whilst they're dancing slowly. It's true, but then of course it is slow, which makes it a bit easier to do because you've got more thinking time. So we're going to start on the boy step, the natural opposite for the ladies. So I'm just going to do boy steps to start with. Boys, you're going to start on your left foot, which means ladies, you're going to start on your right foot. Now boys are going to go forward, ladies, you're going to go backwards. Now, so actually I'll do it like this, see if this works. So I'm going to step forward with my left foot, like this. That's one step. Now I replace my weight. This is two step. What I don't do is I don't join my feet together. Disaster, don't do that. So I just forward step and replace. And in the third step, I step to the side. And if I do that facing you, you'll be able to see the side step better. I go forwards, I go replace, and I step to the side. That's it. That's all there is. Perfected. See, I told you it wasn't that difficult. We do the same thing going backwards. So back, replace, to the side. And that's the girl's bit. So when I go forwards as a man, the girl goes back, and vice versa. So this is the lady step. She goes back, replace, to the side. And now we carry on with a forward, replace, to the side. If I start off as a man, I go forward, replace, to the side, and then I go back, replace, to the side. Now, in the ballroom dances, we'll walk. Everything's based on walk, so we'll just walk. Walking, walking, walking. Heel leads, see the way the heel hits the floor first. Normal walking, just like you're walking for a bus. Oh, to walk for a bus. Here we go. And rather than the living room to the kitchen. Here we go, this is normal walk and this is ballroom dancing, side together. If you're doing the waltz, it's forward, side together. In the Latin malarkey, what we tend to do is not walk on the heel, we go on the toe first. So if you can see that from the side, so I go forward onto a flat foot. So rather heel to a flat foot, I go toe to a flat foot. Alright? Now, you're going to ask me why. I can hear you saying, why is that then? I'm not even going to look, because I know you're asking me, why is that then? Well, because the forward walk in Latin is what we call a checked forward walk, or a checked forward walk, which means I'm not going to carry on. I'm no longer going to the kitchen because I've left something in the living room. I must go back. So what we do is, by doing that, we do a forward step with a toe lead, but still on the flat foot. And that stops me from carrying on. So then it makes me come back again. So I go forward, replace, to the side. I'll tell you. And back, replace, to the side. Oh, it's all going on here. Look, forward, replace, to the side, and back, replace, to the side. That was a lady step. So a forward step if I'm dancing as a boy, lady steps if I'm dancing as a girl, and then vice versa when you continue through. Now, that's just called the forward and back basic. It's a 3-step pattern. It's 4 beats of music, 3-step pattern. We'll come to all that in a minute. That's a bit more technical, but we'll do that in a second. Now, with that, what we can do is we can change the forward and the back bit into other directions. So, for example, we've done this before, the New York. We love the New York. We do this in this dance and the cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. So I'm going to take this forward step. Rather than forward over there, I'm going to take it over there. And I'm going to go like that, forward. Oh, yes, I am. Now, ladies, you do the same thing. So rather than go backwards here, what you do is you go through there as well. So we're now both going through here. And then we replace and step to the side. So that bit remains the same. I go step, replace, to the side. I'm going to do the same thing going the other way. I go step, replace, to the side. Oh, we're off and running. Step, replace, to the side, and step, replace, to the side. So now we've got forward and back basics. We've got the New York variation. Here we go, through them, where we both go through. So if you imagine that I'm standing here holding my partner's hands and she's facing me, we're now both going to step through there. I'm going to do it with my left foot, she's going to do it with her right foot. We're going to release this hand over here, my right hand, her left hand, and then we sweep this hand, my left hand, her right hand, we sweep it through. So we go like this. Oh, there she goes. Replace. There she goes. Replace. Swap hands. There you go. Replace. Now, spot turn. You ready? We're going to do a spot turn. So, I do a New York. First step is the New York. I step through there. Alright? We both step through. Marvellous. Completely let go. Oh, you can't hold on during this. So what we do now is I'm going to turn, and I have left something in the kitchen. Look, oh, it's over there. Look. And now I step forward. And now I step to the side. And now we're facing each other again. So I step forward and go, oh, I've forgotten something. I go back the other way, and now I step to the side. How about that? Piece of cake. That's a spot turn. That's not a spin. This is a spin. There might have even been two spins. That's a spin, where you stay on the spot and you keep turning. That's a spin. This is a turn, a spot turn, which means I go back to the place I started from. So I go from there, I go to there, and I come back again. It's not a continuous spin. You know, Craig Riverhall on Trinity Dancing talks about chenaying all the time. Chenay, chenay, chenay. In actual fact, he does the chenays as he comes on. The bit we all love so much when they introduce the judges, and they all come on like they're having a bit of a personal crisis or something, I don't really know, and they also do some sort of dancey thing. And Craig always does the chenays across the room. Marvellous. Well, they're chenays in this spot thingy, do the whole spot. Must spot, you've got to spot. Okay, fair enough. So on they come. Now that's the chenay, that's a continuous turn that carries on going in the direction you started off. This is a spot turn, which means it comes back to the original spot. You stay on the spot. So alright, that's a spot turn. So let's just go over that again. For the ladies, you're going to turn over your right shoulder. So you go forward to there, you're going to turn over that way there, and then you step to the side. One more time. I start off there, oh, I've forgotten something, come all the way back, and I step to the side. One more step, forgotten something, oh, there he is. Marvellous, I knew I'd put you somewhere, there you are. Alright, that is a forward and back basic, a New York spot turn. Now, we're going to add something on the end of this. We're going to do a thing called a hand to hand. Now, it's like a New York in reverse. We did it in Cha-cha-cha, and you can repeat this variation in the Rumba. It's great, actually, because one's a fast dance, one's a slow dance. You can use a lot of the same choreography to start with. Now, it's as I say, it's a New York in reverse. So what I'm going to do is I've just done a spot turn. We'll continue on and make this a little routine, if you like. Now I'm back here holding her hand. What I now do is, rather than step through as if I'm doing a New York as a boy with the left foot, it goes backwards here. And then I step forward onto my right foot, and I step to the side. Now I go backwards with the right foot, I repeat on the other side. Forward to the side. For the ladies, you've just done your spot turn. Now, you go backwards. As though you're doing a New York, but you go backwards. Gorgeous. So we go and back on the right, step forward onto the left, and step to the side. I go the other way. I go back on the left. I replace the weight forward onto the right foot. And then I step to the side. And you see that old hip there popped in? Look at that. Boom. can hardly resist. I go back, replace, and to the side, and I go back, replace, and to the side. The hip is optional, of course, but if you fancy popping the hip in, do it. I mean, you know, fills me with no end of amounts of joy, I can hardly tell you. Now we'll have a little look-see here while we go over that again, all of that again. I'll say a few good mornings. Helen, morning. Michelle, morning. Morning. Ruthie, lovely, morning. Frankie, morning. Yes, combined shoulder with open hip twist. Right, okay, well that's all a bit technical, so we might have to come back to that. Helen, double reverse spin I hear you mention. That's terrific. We'll have to come back to that one as well. There's a wonderful story about the double reverse spin. It's a variation for the waltz, and we'll come to that another day, but it's a lovely story of how that step was invented. The Queen of Norway was involved, don't you know? There you go, over here. And I'm telling you the story. I'm not going to do it now. Lauren, morning, my love. AJ, morning. Oh, not that AJ, different AJ. Now, so let's go through all that again. So I'm going to go forward, replace to the side, and back, replace to the side. We'll do another one of these. We'll do 4 of these. Side and back, replace to the side. Now again for the ladies, natural opposite, back, replace, etc, etc. Now I'll just do the last 2 again, and to the side. These are the boys' steps, but the ladies essentially doing the same thing. And now we're going to go into New York. I go through, replace to the side, other way, 2, replace to the side, 3, replace to the side. Now do your spot turn. Turn, back, you come, face your partner. Now swing straight back into the hand to hand. 1, 2, 3, back the other way. 2, lovely job. 1 more time, and 3. And now this time, boys, what you're going to do is you're going to lead the lady to do a turn on her own. You're going to do a back basic, and you're going to lift your arm up, and the lady is going to do an underarm turn, which is essentially a spot turn, but under the arm. So ladies, you do the last one of these. You go back, replace to the side, and now the boy will lift his arm, you'll lift your arm, and you'll go underneath it. You'll go step, step, to the side, back into hold. How's that? Not bad? All right, this is good, well done. Now this isn't too difficult. If you can manage the first bit, you can manage all of that. The spot turn might be a bit tricky, but other than that, that should be okay. So what variations have we got? We've got 4 mat basics, we've got a New York, we've got a hand to hand, we've got a spot turn, and we've got an underarm turn. Now, again, as with all these things, you can you do as much as you can, then you can refresh on the older channel there. You can come back to it, have a look at it. Now, I want to show you one more thing. This is called a Cucaracha. This has got a bit of a hip action in it. It's all rather fantastic. So I'm going to do this. So as I come out of, I'll teach you it without the previous. So it goes like this, just a side step. It goes side, replace, together, side, replace, together. Side, replace, together. Very simple. This is a Cucaracha. Now the hip goes, you have to have a bit of hip action in this. So we go hip, hip, together, hip, hip. Now you can let the hip go there, round to the back and come back. He goes to the side, round to the back and comes back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And ladies, you do exactly the same thing, just facing around. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. I can feel you staring. I can feel you do mind. And nice posture of 4, 5, 6. And then you can finish it with an underarm turn. So you could do that from a spot, from your spot turn or underarm turn. You go forward, side, together, dig. All right, this is called a tap or a dig. We call it a dig. In musical theatre, anytime you do this, you do a dig. In the ballroom world, it's just called a tap. And then you go into your Cucaracha, into your Cucaracha, into your Cucaracha, under she goes. Ready to start again. 1. Cucarachas. So, should we go through all of that together? Let's have a look. How are we doing over there? Oh, we're doing good for time. Good for time. Let's have a look here. What are we doing here? Morning, lovelies, lovely jubbly. This is... Thank you very much. Marion, bonjour. It's lovely. Thank you very much for your comment. I'm loving this, the live chat part of all of this. What I want to try and do is, Wendy, morning my love, morning Elizabeth, Sharon, morning, is I want to get a bit more interactive. So anything we can do chat-wise, brilliant. We're trying sort of, because I enjoy it so much. I feel like you're in the room with me, and that makes it even more fun for me. You feel wagwan, that's terrific. Well, I'm ready watching Strictly already. Well, this is the best I've ever danced on Strictly Come Dancing. I want to put that on my own, so there you go. Let's put all of that together. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do boy steps first. At this moment in time, the lady steps are the natural opposite, so it's easy enough to be able to do. So girls, you do the opposite of me, and let's have a dance together. So here we are. We go, and step, replace to the side, and step, replace to the side. Loving all of this. Step, replace to the side, and step, replace. Now we're going to step through, and through into New York, other way, 2, last one, 3. Now we're going to do a spot turn. Remember, we go over there, we've forgotten something, oh, there it is, and straight into hand, 1, 2, oh, that's quite brisk, that, isn't it? 2, and one more time, 3. Now, ladies, you go under the arm. Boys, you just step backwards. Under she goes. Now we just do a little tap, and then we do a side. Cucaracha. Di da. Last one. Ya di. Now, boys step backwards, and the girls go under the arm again. 4, 5, 6. Lovely. We're ready to start again. You've got the left foot available. Girls, you've got your right foot available. With these first beginning, just this normal basic here, we're going to turn that on the spot. I'll show you what I mean. So as I go forward, replace, I just turn and step to the side. So ladies, what that means you need to do is you need to go back. I'll show you here. As I go back here, I take a slightly forward step. Forward. So you just make a little bit of distance up. Forward, just a little slide. So yeah, forward, and then I come to the side. So you have to do a bit more shifting there, boys. Girls. Boys, you can make yours a little bit smaller. You go back, replace. As you replace, you start to turn and you step to the side, but a very small step. I'll show you here. Like if I go 1, 2, and I step to the side. Just a small step. And that allows the lady, because you're on the inside, she's on the outside, so she's got a bigger distance to go. But it's quite nice. So you go a 1, 2, sweeper to here. A 4, 5, and then you go across her. A 1, 2, sweeper to here. A 4, 5, 6. So you're doing the same step, but because you're turning it, it feels a bit more dancey. I like that. I think that's, I rather like doing that. If I'm ever dancing socially, very rarely do I get a chance to do that. But if I do, I like to do things like this and just sort of spin it around on the spot. One more time. We'll do that turn and then we go into the New York. So here we go. We go forward, replace side, and back, replace side. And forward, replace side, and back, replace side. New York. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. One more time. 1, 2, spot, turn, round, carry straight on, back. 2. One more time. 3. Under she goes as I lift my arm. She goes under, dig. Side, cucaracha. Side, girls doing the natural opposite. Side, cucaracha. Under she goes. Under she goes. Start again. 1, 2, 3. Well, that was terrific. That was quite a lot. Now, if you're just joining us today for the first time, that's the beginnings of the rumba. Well done, you did a lot there. Again, you can always review this or come back to this and have another look another time, and you can learn it a bit more slowly. But that's a nice little bit of rumba there, and thank you very much indeed. Oh, I rather enjoyed that. The hips were going. Now, the same principle applies in the posture. It does in all the dances. Hold your body long. Always remember, middle is everything. This is the king. We want perfect posture at all possible times, please. Thank you. So shoulders down. This is the Darcy bustle. Remember Darcy. Roll the shoulders down. Don't pinch them back. Just roll them down. Then hold them there. Hold your middle. If you do 1 and 2, you'll be in a perfect position through the body. There you go. I'm not gripped. I'm just sort of held. There we go. High, like that. See that? See, I've sort of picked everything up here. There you go. And now I just breathe out. And now I start to dance. And now I feel everything is sort of here. A yum, dee, da, and a ya, dee, da. Marvellous. Well done today. Absolutely terrific. Oh, hello, we've got one here. Oh, morning, Anton. We'll just read this one out here from Frank. Frankie, thank you. Oh, yes, the toe heel swivels. Thank you very much. Shoulder to shoulder with the hip. Oh, you sent me that one before. That's the one I sent earlier. Yes, all of those things are marvellous. I will just, there's a couple of technical ones there for steps, but is there any steps that you'd like to learn or anything like that? Frankie has asked there. Send them all in, and we'll do like we did yesterday. We'll just do a sort of specific Q&A day, and then we'll just do bits that you might like to learn or like to know about. Now on Friday, I'm gonna let you choose the dance you'd like to learn. Anything you want to do. It's going to be your choice. So send in, tell me what you'd like to do on Friday, and we'll do that on Friday. Much love. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you at 3 if you fancy doing a few. Oh my goodness me, a few of them as well. And I'm looking forward to that. And I'll see you there. Stay safe. Sun's out again. Marvellous. And look after yourselves. Thank you very much.